just like a big close sister to me. You know that I love. Hi there, back with another Sam video. We're going to look at a song today, which is a famous song by a chap called Martyn, who's sadly no longer with us. This is his most famous song. It's a song called May You Never, and he plays it in quite a complicated manner with sort of a finger style technique with his fingers. We're not going to do it like that because that's quite hard. We're going to do the easy version of the song. It's a great song to play, so let's get to it. Now the song's in 4/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to strum it with 2 strums, an up and a down for each beat. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to start with an A chord. Just show you this strumming pattern. We've got an A chord. You can either play it like that with 3 fingers or like that with 1 finger, which is the way I do it. Just got 1 finger across 3 strings there. So we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a down up for each time we count. So it's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the way I'm strumming that is I'm going down with my thumb and up with my fingers, well, my index finger mainly. Down with the thumb, up with the index finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the basic strumming pattern, but we're going to use the strumming pattern that we've used before, where for the first down on the 1, we're just going to go down. We're not going to come back up, or rather we're going to come back up, but we're not going to strum back up. So it's going to be like this: down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you get the picture, and it sounds like this. Now you may notice that if we're doing this strumming up and down pattern, when it comes to changing a chord, it's very difficult to change that quickly between the time you're strumming and the changing of the finger positions. You can do it, but it's tricky at first to get your chord positions moving that quickly. And even when I change from an A chord to a D chord, I tend to strum up on the open strings. You may not hear it, but there's a time between changing from the A to the D where my fingers are completely off the strings, but I'm still strumming up. So you'll hear all those strings being strummed open, which is fairly illegal on the guitar, but you get away with it if you're quick enough and strum the next chord down. So if you listen, did you hear that? So that's one trick for getting around changing your finger positions. What it is you don't worry about hitting the strings open. You take your fingers off, move them to the next position. If in the meantime you're strumming the guitar and there's no strings being fretted, don't worry about it. Listen. Do you hear that? I'll emphasize it. Of course, when you're actually playing a song, you won't hear it that emphasized. It'll be like this. So that's one way of getting around changing chords, quickly. The second way is by not strumming when you're changing, which will sound like this. Now that's the way I'm going to show you in this song mainly. Now what I'm doing there is strumming down for the first beat. For the second and third beat we're strumming down up, and for the fourth beat we're just strumming down. and that gives you half a beat to change your finger position. So listen, it's 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. So that's the second way to get around changing your finger position for the chords, making it sound smooth. Okay, let's get into the chords for this song. There's only 3 chords in this simplified version. 2 of them you'll know, and the third one is very similar to a chord that you do know. First of all, we've got an A chord. As I say, you either play it with 1 finger like so, or 3 fingers. You can do the A7 chord if you want. I'm going to play the A chord like that. Then there's a D chord. And remember, we're only playing the 4 strings at the top of the guitar here. The first 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, or rather 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 strings, the high 4 strings when you're playing a D chord. When you're playing an A chord, you're playing 5 strings from the A string down, not the E string. Okay, so there's the A chord, the D chord. Now we also have a G chord. Now the way I'm playing the G chord is rather special, because first of all I've got 2 fingers on 2 strings at the bottom there. So we usually play a G chord like this, don't we? With 1 finger on the 3rd fret on the high E string at the bottom there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that finger up to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and I'm going to put my little finger down where that was. So we've got the top 2 strings on the 3rd fret. So you can play a G chord like that in the normal way with these 2 fingers. But what we're also going to do is take this finger off. We're not going to bother with this finger. And we're going to play the chord just from that note, which is a B note on the 2nd fret. That's the 5th string. So we get a chord like this. So we don't really want to hear this low E. Okay, so those are the 3 chords: A, D, and a G. Okay, so I'm going to play through the song, and I'll flash the chords up on the screen and have a listen to the words and the rhythm. There's a few pauses in this song. You'll see them as we go along. It starts on the A chord and with a pause. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. You're just like a big strong brother of mine. You know that I love you true. You never talk dirty behind my back, and I know that there's those that do. Oh, please, won't you bear it in mind? Love is a lesson to learn in our time. Please, won't you bear it in mind for me? May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. Now you're just like a big close sister to me. You know that I love you true. You hold no blade to stab me in my back, and I know that there's some that do. Oh, please, won't you bear it in mind? Love is a lesson to learn in our time. Please, won't you bear it in mind for me? May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. Okay, so the basic rhythm and chord change is this. It starts with a D. So we do a bar of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going down, down, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we change to that special G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go to the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's may you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. D 2, 3, 4, G 2, 3, 4, A 2, 3, 4, D 2, 3, 4. Let's try it with a slower rhythm so you can really get to grips with it. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. A 2 and 3 and 4. D 2 and 3 and 4. G 2 and 3 and 4. A 2 and 3 and 4. D 2 and 3 and 4. So that's the basic rhythm. And as I say, there's only 3 chords. If you look underneath the video here in the description, you'll find it written out with the chords, so you can print that off and have a copy of it. If you listen to this song in the original version by Martyn on YouTube, it will sound slightly different because he's playing it in a different way with his fingers, but also he plays it 2 frets up. So if you have a capo like this, and you can put it on your guitar on the 2nd fret, he actually plays it there. So it's may you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. But some of you don't have a capo, so we're doing it without. It's also easier to sing. So we're going to do it in a D rather than 2 frets up, which would be in an E. Okay, so that's it for now. Bye.